This is Disney Entertainment News Today. I'm Rob Whiteside, and here now are the top Disney Entertainment stories for Wednesday, July 12th, 2023. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny had a disappointing opening weekend, making just $60.4 million at the domestic box office over July 4th weekend. As The Hollywood Reporter points out, quote, many films would be pleased with such a sum, one costing a huge $295 million to produce before marketing isn't one of them. In its first 5 days, Dial of Destiny reached $83.7 million, according to Deadline. Its July 4th box office was $11.698 million, just beating out Sound of Freedom. Though it's a holiday, July 4th isn't one of those that usually calls a lot of people to the movies, so this isn't a bad performance for the date. Compared to the previous 4 Indiana Jones films, Dial of Destiny comes in 4th for the domestic box office opening, adjusted for inflation. Only the first Indy film, Raiders of the Lost Ark, performed worse, but that was in 1981, and the movie-going experience has changed significantly in the last 42 years. When compared to the most recent film in the franchise, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, Dial of Destiny is a big disappointment. Though Kingdom of the Crystal Skull wasn't received very well by fans and critics, it opened over Memorial Day weekend in 2008 to $152 million domestically, which is $146.9 million when adjusted slightly for inflation. It was the number 2 film for the year behind The Dark Knight. The Temple of Doom, the second film following Raiders of the Lost Ark in 1984, but technically a prequel, made $33.9 million domestically, which is $106.4 million when adjusted for inflation. Temple of Doom had a big impact on the movie theater industry as it, along with Gremlins, prompted Steven Spielberg to suggest the Motion Picture Association create a new rating between PG and R, and this led to the creation of PG-13. In 1989, the third film, The Last Crusade, also opened on Memorial Day weekend and made $37 million domestically, which is $77.5 million when adjusted. Dial of Destiny trails behind all 3 films with its meager domestic box office of $60.4 million. Internationally, it made only $70 million, but of course, I'm still going to. On the other end of the spectrum, Avatar: The Way of Water is repeating its financial success at the box office, with streaming success at home topping the Nielsen streaming charts in its first week of release. The Way of Water recorded 1.9 billion viewing minutes between Disney Plus and Max during the week of June 5 through June 11, which is the most recent Nielsen info released. Deadline elaborates, according to Nielsen, the film was of particular interest to the younger crowd, with 75% of viewers under 50 and 50% under 35. James Cameron has now directed 3 of the top 4 highest-grossing movies globally: Avatar, Avatar: The Way of Water, and Titanic. And Zoe Saldana, meanwhile, has starred in 3 of the top 4, having appeared in both Avatar movies and Avengers Endgame. Disney released a video celebrating the global phenomenon of Avatar: The Way of Water, which you can watch right now on our website. Ryan Reynolds has shared an image of both himself and Hugh Jackman in costume on the set of Deadpool 3 via his Instagram story. The pair can be seen walking through the set of Deadpool 3 in costume. Filming began in London back in the spring of this year. Reynolds shared this photo alongside gifs of their respective characters and text reading, "Don't blink." As you may remember, we learned last fall that Hugh Jackman would return as Wolverine. In a 2-minute video, Reynolds begins by apologizing for missing D23 Expo just before joking about soul-searching to find his place in the Marvel Cinematic Universe for Deadpool 3. However, he then decides to instead just bring Hugh Jackman back as Wolverine. At the end of the video, the film's release date is revealed, September 6, 2024. Jackman had allegedly wrapped up his time as Wolverine after Logan. However, we now know that's not the case. We learned the film's rating back in January of 2021. When speaking to Collider's Steve Weintraub during a WandaVision press event, Kevin Feige, president of Marvel Studios, confirmed that there would be a third R-rated film, Deadpool. At that point, the film was in the script writing stage, though we did also learn the film would be the first R-rated movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Back in April, it was announced that Marina Baccarin and Stefan Kapicic will return as Vanessa and Colossus, respectively, in Deadpool 3, the first Deadpool film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The returns of Karan Soni as Deepinder and Leslie Uggams as Blind Al were also announced by Ryan Reynolds. If a SAG-AFTRA strike begins this week, the planned Haunted Mansion premiere at Disneyland Resort this Saturday could become a fan event, Deadline reports. The SAG-AFTRA, Screen Actors Guild, American Federation of Television and Radio Artists, contract was extended through Wednesday, July 12th. If negotiations between the union and studios fall through, actors could be on strike alongside WGA writers. If a SAG-AFTRA strike goes forward, actors cannot do press unless nominated for a Primetime Emmy. Disney is figuring out what the Haunted Mansion premiere could look like in this case and is reportedly still considering having a press line with studio executives and crew members. This could include interviews with director Justin Simien, producers Dan Lin and Jonathan Irich, executive producers Nick Reynolds and Tom Pietzman, and composer Chris Bowers. Whether or not the actors will be attending the premiere, it will take place on Saturday, July 15th at Hyperion Theater in Disney California Adventure. About 2,000 guests, including fans, are expected to attend, and a pre-reception will start at 5 p.m., while the movie screening will begin at 7 p.m. Pacific Time. The first full Ahsoka trailer has debuted ahead of the show's premiere on Disney Plus next month. It features some of the same clips from the teaser trailer released in April, but expands on the show's story and characters. You can watch that trailer right now on WDWNT.com. With the release of the new Ahsoka trailer, Disney and Star Wars have also released a new poster featuring Rosario Dawson as the titular character. They also announced that Ahsoka will have a 2-episode premiere on Wednesday, August 23rd. The full season will be 8 episodes. Ahsoka stars Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka Tano. Ashley Eckstein originated the voice role in the animated Star Wars The Clone Wars in 2008. And then Eckstein also voiced Ahsoka in Star Wars Rebels and most recently in the Tales of the Jedi. Dawson took over the live-action version of the character in The Mandalorian Season 2 and reprised the role in the Book of Boba Fett. For the absolute latest in Disney entertainment news, head on over to WDWNT.com and follow us on all of your favorite social media platforms. If you're enjoying this show, and we hope you are, please be sure to like this video and subscribe to WDWNT TV on YouTube for more great content, and you click that bell for the notifications. Also hit select all notifications so you never miss an episode of the show. And of course, if you enjoy Disney movies and TV shows, don't forget to join us for our weekly review show, Deep in the Plus. We do that show live every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, and you can find previous episodes available on demand right here on WDWNT TV. For the worldwide leader in Disney parks news and entertainment, this is Rob Whiteside saying don't have a good day, have a great day, and we'll see you next time.